What's up, y'all? It's your boy Andre, man, and I want to officially welcome y'all to the Making Dollars and Cents podcast. I got my guy, Mr. Ron Cunningham with Real Quest Realty here.
Yes,
man,
thank
it's
you.
a blessing, man. What's up, Ron?
What's
man?
up, man? We finally doing this, man, huh?
Yeah.
Talking about this for a minute.
Man, it's been amazing, man, and I appreciate you even, allowing, us to do this, man, because, I know you crazy busy with your schedule and everything, but I really appreciate it. We've been talking about this for a minute, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I think it's necessary to talk to the culture, man. I think it's necessary, man. And I want to just touch on, just let's build financial wealth, right? Let's build legacy, and it's not talked about enough in our culture. And it's one of them things that I feel like it should be talked about, you know what I'm saying? Because it's important. And when I get around cats like you, we always, you always giving me game. We always talking about different subjects, whether it be credit, real estate, just building generational wealth, man. So, I really want to touch on that and dive deep into it. But, I want the people to know, man, because I know you personally, but I want the people to know, like how did you get into, just real estate and credit and, what's your background? Where you come from?
Thank you for asking, brother. I appreciate that. First of all, again, my name is Ron Cunningham. I'm with Real Quest Realty of Beverly Hills. I've been in the business for about 25 years, Dre. And what got me into the business is lack of opportunity for anything else. I applied for jobs. I used to be a firefighter. I went out for that job first. And that was before, what they call it, that was before they allowed brothers to get in. Let's just say that.
No, I get it. Yeah.
So I had a long stretch of applying for work and jobs and dead-end jobs. Things weren't paying me the amount of money I needed to make in order to survive. And when I learned about real estate, man, it was just a no-brainer. We instantly fell in love with each other. It chose me. So what happened is I started off in L.A., Los Angeles, California, late 90s, 99, 98, somewhere around that time. And I met a gentleman who was a broker, had a broker shop over off of Vermont and Manchester. Had a company named Central Real Estate. And he allowed me, a guy named Jason Moore allowed me to get in and create loans out of his company. He was a real estate person. I was a loan guy. And I just started learning how to process loans. And he gave me the opportunity to come in his office, set me up, gave me a desk, gave me an office, gave me a phone, said, man, do what you do. He saw the talent. He believed in me, gave me opportunity to get in there and set up a loan processing company, and we named it Central Lending.
That's right.
And from Central Lending, I learned how to package loans. I was a processor, a loan officer, and I would package loans for the immediate group of individuals that we were surrounded by. 84th and Vermont is where I started, and a lot of people were there that just didn't know the business, didn't know how to get a home. And I learned the business through trial and error like everybody else. It was nothing taught. They didn't teach me in school. They didn't teach me in processing school. They didn't teach me in the real estate classes I took. I learned from dealing with each person case by case, file by file. I basically learned how to do real estate loans from the opportunity of doing it with people who needed the service. What I found out is that people didn't know how to communicate on applications. That was the shortfall with people and banks. It's just some reason in the urban community, people don't want you to know who they are on paper. Once I made that understanding of getting information to the bank and getting people to, disseminate that information without hesitation, we were able to get loans. Another company I used to work with is AmeriQuest. We would take all of their REOs meaning real estate owned property from banks, and when it's been foreclosed upon, they would sell it very, very cheaply to brokers like ourselves. And we would take those properties, fix them up, and give them to the immediate families in the area at a cheap discount. And I would do the 80-20 loans and help them get into those properties. And sometimes they rent them out, sometimes they live in them. But at the same time, we created programs around just financing, just learning the financing scenarios, different scenarios that needed to be done to help people get into property. That was kind of our main thing, what we did then. So that's kind of how I started.
Yeah, nah, man, and that's why it's so cold to me, right? Because it's like, you don't meet too many blacks that they get to that level, right? You know what I'm saying? It's hard to find them, especially like coming from where I come from. I come from the barber industry, right? Where it's like, and you cutting a lot of people and you making connections, but it's like a lot of people that's that's considered wealthy, they don't look like us, right? So,
That's right.
So when I met you, it was so dope because it was like I got a cat that come from where I come from that can relate to what I can relate to, but have seen so many heights. You know what I'm saying? I think that's kind of like what intrigued me, where it was like, man, like this dude looked like me, come from where I come from, and it's like you have the same point of view in a sense, but you've seen so many different things. So that was always dope to me, man. And I feel like
Thank you, brother.
That's a testament to say like, it's possible.
Oh yes.
You know what I'm saying? And that's always been my thing is like, as a young dude coming up, I've always been a hustler. I always was that young dude that was trying to just find the hustle, whether it was selling candy or, just cutting hair, I cut your grass, whatever the case may be. But I always had in mind, like, I want to meet somebody that can help me out, and give me guidance, right? And through cutting hair, you meet a lot of people, because I've been cutting, quote unquote, in the industry, film, TV, music, or whatever, for 10 plus years. Wow. But you might cut a lot of people, but I've always been trying to look for game, but you cut people and you know that cat's successful. Cat maybe on TV or he do music, and like you try to search for like that guidance in a sense, right? Where you're a young dude, and a lot of cats is like closed off. They like, yo, like I ain't got nothing for you.
I'm making a point. I'm making a point to share the game. It was given to me, and I'm gonna give it back. Period. That's what it's all about. So yeah, Dre, we were talking about kind of earlier how we met. Mm-hmm. And I met you actually by getting my hair cut in a shop that you work out of called, what is it, Fabulous?
Yeah, Fab Cuts.
Fab Cuts over off of Ventura and Sherman Oaks, which Fab cuts my hair from time to time. He's a great barber, and so are you. Yeah. I saw you in there hustling, man, and I thought that's what you were going to do full time, because I saw a lot of barbers in there doing haircuts full time, and it seemed like you were one of the guys when I would talk to Fab, my actual barber, that you would be peeking in on the conversation and you would take to it and you would have questions. Yeah. At one time, I used to talk to Fab a whole lot because, he's my barber, kind of like a therapist. And I saw that he wasn't as interested, and I love him to death, and he was more interested in doing the barber business. When I would talk real estate to him, he'd be like, yeah, one day I'm going to get to it. But when I would talk about it to you, you're like, yeah, I'm trying to get a house right now. And you actually went through the process since I've known you. Bought a house, sold a house, and made about $100,000. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. So after I saw you do that, I said, man, this guy's worth pouring into. Yeah. What else is this guy up to, man? And I had an interest in you as well. So since then, what else have you been doing, man? Tell me about some of the ventures, some of the things you're into. I know that you do credit. I know that you have another company you might want to discuss, a few other things that's on the horizons. Explain to the world who Dre is. Who's Andre?
Yeah, man, I'm just a kid, man, from the south side of Chicago, man, for real.
Shot town.
You know what I'm saying? The south side of Chicago.
That's what's up.
I moved here to California when I was about 6. I moved to Sylmar, California. So
okay.
From Chicago, born and raised in Sylmar, California, man. And once again, I grew up with my grandmother. She raised me, right? And she was known to be the hustler. She was a hustler in the family, right? Okay. So I kind of grew up like with looking at her like, dang, like, she really hustling. She was the type of grandmother she took care of everybody's kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was that one grandma like, yo, hey, call Elsie. Oh. You want them shoes? Call Elsie. You know what I'm saying? So, I grew up seeing that. So, I always kind of had the hustling spirit. And, I started getting older. I was just like, I can't be asking grandma for everything. You know what I'm saying? Because you get older, you like, man, you know what? I want to get this. I want to get that.
With them Jordans.
And I always was that kid. When anything new came out, I was like, I need that.
I need that.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. At first it was the shoes. Then it was like the motor scooter came out.
Yeah.
I need the motor, grandma. I need the motor scooter.
Yeah.
She's like, boy, that thing's $600. I said, I need that. You know what I'm saying?
That's a whole lot of food stamps.
She wasn't messing with me, but she got it. But at first she was like, you know what? Like, she gave me a hard time. You know what I'm saying? But her giving me a hard time made me realize, like, look, if you want something, go get it. You know what I'm saying? So from that point, this was probably like at age 11. From that point, I was like, look, if I want something, I'm gonna go get it. You know what I'm saying? And it's all about, you know what I'm saying, pushing yourself to get what you want, get what you feel like you deserve, right? So from that point, I was always hustling. I picked up a pair of clippers at the age of 13, right?
Okay.
The clippers was really, honestly, it was really because I was just, trying to look good for the girls. I was like, you know what I'm saying? I was always trying to get a haircut, and then, grandma was like, look, you can't look, you try to get a haircut every week. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, you know what? I got to start making my own money, man. So I started hustling, cutting hair, cutting my boys up at school. I turned 16, got a job. I'm still cutting hair though. You know what I'm saying? But I'm working at Applebee's.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm still cutting hair. I'm working at Applebee's. I'm making my money, but I'm cutting hair on the side. And I'm realizing that cutting hair, it's like, I ain't got to clock in. I do it when I want to do it.
Independent.
You know what I'm saying? So it stuck with me. So, I keep hustling, right? Senior year of high school, I'm like, you know what? I'm still working, but I'm like, I'm going to still cut hair.
Yeah.
Kept it with me. I finished high school. I'm like, you know what? Let me just go to barber school, right? But I'm working still. You know what I'm saying? I'm making great money. I was a home health aide. You know what I'm saying? So I'm taking care.
That's something I never knew.
Yeah. So
you were changing diapers?
Yeah.
Oh my God, you're a real hustler.
I'm doing it. But you know what though? I really enjoyed that because it's like you helping, autistic people.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And
God bless you.
And it was a real joy for me. But I'm cutting hair, and I'm like, cutting hair is making me way more money than doing this.
Than wiping ass.
You know what I'm saying? Man, hey, look, I'm telling you.
I will look at you different now, man.
Man, look, people that home health days, you got to give them. They just, yeah. Hey, look, people who home health days, look, you gotta show them love because it's tough. I didn't have to wipe some asses before.
Oh my God.
I
never knew this about you, man.
Grown men, and you sitting there like,
so you had to do the thing, man.
Yeah,
lifting balls and everything.
Hey.
Oh my God.
And I'm sitting here like, I can't keep doing this.
Right.
But I'm going to the shop and I'm making more than what I make at that job. So I was like,
okay,
I'm done.
Okay.
So I start taking that. But once again, I've always had that entrepreneur spirit, and it always was about getting more, and then it became a thing of like, I just don't want to get more, but I want to be able to help people now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I got that same spirit.
Yeah. So like fast forward, I'm cutting hair, and I'm meeting so many different people through cutting hair.
Right.
I start working in the music industry because I'm meeting cats that do music.
Were you rapping?
I was trying to rap.
Can you rap?
I can't rap,
man,
for real. But I was trying to rap.
I think you can rap, man.
Hey, that's a story for.
Give me a little freestyle, man.
I can't do it.
Come on.
You know what it is?
Give me a bar, man. Two bars.
Look, I can't do it.
Come on, man.
Hey, it got
I didn't know that you rap.
I ain't rap for real. That's the thing. That's the thing. I think
he's had to rap for real.
Listen,
so you're rapping for fake.
I think when you a kid, everybody want to rap. I'm sure when you was a kid, you was like, you know what? I want to be just like
that wasn't me.
That was back in the day.
Nah, I wasn't a rapper.
Yeah, you was singing.
Nah, I wasn't a rapper. I wasn't a singer. I couldn't even dance.
Mm-mm.
Nah. I stayed in my lane, man.
Yeah.
I was always just the money guy.
Yeah, man. But I was trying to rap. But what that did for me once again is that started getting me around different people.
I got you.
That started getting me around the record execs, and I started doing A&R work, and I started realizing like, I'm enjoying this business lane. Like, dude, I don't really want to be in the studio and this. I'm not that dude for real.
Okay.
But I did enjoy piecing people together. I did enjoy, because as a barber, you meet so many different people, and you putting this person with that person, that person with this person,
and you will watch the relationships flourish.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. So I really enjoyed the business side of it, of everything I was doing. You know what I'm saying? And that introduced me to that. And moving forward, like I said, it's like you get to a point where you like everybody's looking for the money.
The bag.
Mm-hmm. Everybody's looking for the bag.
Yeah.
So I'm in these rooms, and one specific story. This was about, I think, probably 6 years ago. I had got invited to Michael B. Jordan's birthday party.
Oh yeah,
right?
I like Mike.
Through cutting hair, right?
Yeah.
And I was actually cutting his best friend, which is his manager, Stilo Brim. He does a show, Ridiculousness, right?
Okay.
So I'm cutting him, and he goes, "Hey man, you want to come to Mike's birthday party?" I'm like, "Cool, come through." And I got in that room, man, and that's when I really realized that. Mm-hmm. I need to be doing something bigger than cutting hair.
Because you saw excellence.
Yeah,
I got in that. Good actor.
I got in that room, and it was at this restaurant called Delilah, right? And Delilah, for those that don't know, is like it's an intimate restaurant. I believe it's in Beverly Hills or West Hollywood, one of them, right? But I got in this room, and I'm like, it's intimate. It's a restaurant. So I walk in, I see Jay-Z and Beyonce at one table. Right.
Wow.
And that was the first time I seen Jay-Z and Beyonce together. Jay-Z period, Beyonce period, but together at a table, and it's an intimate setting, right?
Yeah.
I go one table, I see Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Wow.
Next table was Meek Mill.
Wow.
Dream Chasers. Next table was Drake, his crew.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And I was thinking to myself, and I'm like, damn, like I can't offer shit.
Right. But a haircut.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
it ain't no knock to the barber industry, but it's just
Yeah.
to say that,
You wanted to do more.
yeah,
Yeah.
you got opportunity to get in these rooms and people looking at you like, who are you? What
Yeah,
do
and
you
if you had the right game, you go sit and talk. Hey, I'm a financial person.
Exactly.
I can offer you a $10 million loan. I know exactly where to go to get it.
Exactly.
Yada yada yada.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
so that really opened my
Okay.
eyes because I'm like, I can't make no moves.
Yeah.
I can't make no moves besides, hey, you want a haircut.
Right.
And that fucked me up for real.
That
you know
was
what I'm saying?
that's
That's
that
something-
pivoted moment, man.
Yeah. And at that moment I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
I need to educate myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what got me into learn the money game and learn how to get access to capital for businesses. Because if you meet all these different people, you know what I'm saying? You got and you building connections because
Yeah.
you're getting people numbers or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Now when you could bring something to the table, it's a whole different ballgame.
It is.
Right?
And they
It
looking
turns
for
into
you.
a whole different ballgame.
Because
You know what I'm
money's
saying?
circular, man. Money's currency. It goes around and around and around. They may be rich,
Yeah.
or they may have deals, they may have money, but they always need more. I've never met anybody that didn't need any more money. Mm-hmm. So that's the beauty of money. No one ever has enough of it. That's why you want to be in a business where money is your product.
Yeah, yeah, man, and that right there, man, is why I started the company. That's why I started Polk Enterprises.
That's
where
right.
it's like we help these entrepreneurs because once again, through those parties, I met so many guys. It's like I'm in the door, but I can't press play on nothing. I do music, I do film, I do TV, I do fashion, I do technology, but I don't have no money.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know what?
But you get a fade.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, I'd be a fool to sit there and say, you know what, I'm gonna just cut hair. And there's so many guys that's like that, right?
They stuck.
They like, yo, I'm gonna just cut hair.
They stuck.
I'm gonna just
$100 for
I'm
a
gonna
fade.
just do this. You know
What's
what
the
I'm
most you
saying?
ever got for a haircut, bro?
The most, probably like $300 or $400.
That's not bad.
Yeah,
That's
you know,
not bad.
I mean,
300-400, man. That's
yeah.
that's not a bad day's pay, I guess. But
yeah, and it's cool. It's cool.
but it's labor,
Yeah, you know, what I mean,
and that ain't every day either, though.
yeah, you know, you cutting on sets.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You cutting celebrities or you traveling. You know,
Only
you
while
can
they
get
on
paid.
set though.
I mean, no, I mean, you know, you can really make good money. You know what I'm saying? Like I've had $1,000 days
Okay.
in a row.
Yeah.
It's good money,
Yeah.
but it's like,
Oh, to every no knock to the profession.
Yeah,
I need
yeah.
haircuts every week, so I love
Yeah.
haircuts too. No knock to barbers at
Yeah,
all.
yeah.
But if you want more, or if you're in rooms with people with more, you want to be able to have an opportunity to make more money. So I get that.
and it's just that thing, man. It's where it's like, you know, you can make money doing this, but I think, you know, the money game is totally different. When you start telling people, yo, I can help you get access to capital to build your company.
Yeah.
We talking about,
Or buy a home.
yeah, buy a home,
Yeah.
invest in property.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're talking about tens of thousands of hundreds of thousands of dollars.
That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying? It's just a different conversation.
But totally.
You know what I'm saying? So that's my thing now, where it's like, you know, I love the barber industry and I'm blessed to be able to be in the barber industry to get where I am today.
Yes.
But, you know, it's levels to anything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
you know, that's where I'm at now, where it's like, I want to be able to help other companies build. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about, is giving back and saying, yo, look, let's build together. You know what I'm saying?
So, you know what's funny, man? What I learned, I used to work for warehouses. And when I worked for warehouses, we were moving product. It was funny. Product were in boxes, all kind of boxes. Nike, Puma, stuff for Home Depot, packages from wherever. But people were moving product through the warehouse as we were moving it. When I got in the banking industry, I learned that they also use the term product when moving money. It was the weirdest thing. And once I figured it out, it clicked. Why work with a product when you can work directly with the source you're trying to get, which is
Exactly.
money?
Exactly.
So you can bundle money up and sell it in packages, and it's called product. Even when you talk to different lenders, they say, oh, we have this product, 30% down. We have this product, 20% down. They call it product.
No, it's real. I remember when I first met you, right? You used to always be like, man, like you know, you cut hair, you sell haircuts essentially. You sell a service, right?
That's your product.
And like you used to always say, right, it's like, you know, I sell money. And I used to be like, what is this dude talking about? Like, why he keep saying that? And he'd be like, man, like, you sell haircuts, but the best thing to sell is money.
Because that's what you trying to get all day.
Yeah, and I used to think to myself, I never said nothing. I used to think to myself, like, what is this dude, this old dude talking about?
This old dude.
You know what I'm saying? What is he talking about? Like, I know it's, you know how OG, they'll say something to you, they'll be like, hey, they drop a gem on you, like, hey, man. Sell that money, man. Stop selling haircuts, man. Sell that money. You'd be like,
I was sprinkling them. I was just sprinkling them, man. And then he finally got it.
Yeah.
I said, come on over to the house, man. Let me talk to you a little bit. And we started hanging out a little bit. And that's turned into this, which is beautiful, man. We've been hanging out for a good, year now?
Yeah, no, for real.
You know, from cutting hair to talking about real estate and creating a podcast, which I'm proud of, man. So thank you, too. I got to give you your kudos, too, man. You've brought me through some things. I'm old school, like you said. And I really kind of work with 1 or 2 or 3 people here and there. Yeah. And I'm not really a TV or a camera person. Didn't feel like it was necessary. Mm-hmm. But after hearing which direction you were trying to go, I'm glad I teamed up with you, man. I'm here to support whatever you need, whatever gems you need, whatever experience I can share with you, I will. And anything I can give the world, I will. Yeah. I'm here to help you get the word to your generation. Yeah. How to buy property, how to be successful in the real estate business.
Yeah. So let me ask you a question, man, because like a lot of people, you know, and I'm always, you know, in my field, right? And I'm always telling people, like, man, like real estate is where it's at. And through cutting hair, like I talk to so many people that do so many different things, right? They could be a doctor, like me cutting hair, I'll cut a doctor, right? And he's a doctor and he makes good money, but he's like, yo, I built wealth by buying real estate.
That's right.
I cut the lawyer that same day. He'll be like, yo, I'm a lawyer, but I build wealth, you know what I'm saying, with real estate. Right. The ball player, you know what I'm saying? I was cutting Mo Williams for a long time, and Mo would just pour into me. He'd be like, yo, bro, like I obviously made money with ball, but he would always say, like, listen, go buy you some property. Wow. You know what I'm saying? So I start realizing that, it's not about what you do. And I said this at the beginning, it's like, it's not about what you do. It's about what are you going to buy with what you do? What are you investing in, right? What do you own? You know what I'm saying? And like over the years cutting hair, that conversation just kept coming around. And then getting with you, it kind of tied everything in where it was like, yo, like that's the game. The game, whatever you do, whether it's you play ball, you a lawyer, you have any business, right? Right. The name of the game is to buy real estate. Yes. So whatever you're doing, buy some property. Why? Because that property gonna go up in value. Yes. You can make money every day, every week, every month off that property. Yes. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, it's been proven year upon year upon year upon year, because we could take it back, right? We could take it back to, I'm talking about 17 BC. Exactly. What was it about, right? Land. You talk about, you know what I'm saying, these crazy wars. What was the war about? Land. Right? It was about minerals. The land. Yeah. And you look at old movies or whatever the case may be, it was always about that. You know what I'm saying? So it started really opening up my eyes, and I'm like, dang, like, that's the name of the game, is go buy you some property. The person who owns the most land is the person who wins at the end of the day. I agree. I agree. So, at the end of the day, like I want people, especially with my generation, to understand that look, it don't matter what you do. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be in real estate to buy real estate. Yeah. Yeah, that's a big misconception too. Yeah. People think you got to be in the business to buy of the business. Not true. Yeah. All you have to do is have a few things in place: credit, the will, the know, and a little down payment. Mm-hmm. Just a little down payment. When I say little, sometimes 3.5% to get you in a place. Sometimes you can do it creatively where you can get in with no money down. Mm-hmm. And that's what we'll teach you guys throughout these podcasts. But those are some of the key factors that it would take to get into property. First thing you guys have done today was just tuned in to get educated. It starts here. Mm-hmm. It starts with guys like Dre. It starts with guys like me. Listen to what we have to say. We will teach you and show you the way. Yeah. Yeah, and at the end of the day, man, one thing I want people to take is, man, it's like the title says, like make your dollars make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like you can go make money all day long, right? You can go and do whatever you do, but a lot of us take our money and we don't do nothing with it. You know what I'm saying? We buying the luxury, and it's okay. You know what I'm saying? You should. enjoy yourself, but at the same time, make your dollars make sense, right?
Yeah.
Take your money and buy something that's gonna keep growing, and you ain't got to reinvent the wheel.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, and that's one thing I learned from you is that why are you trying to reinvent the wheel when it's something that's proven? You know what I'm saying? Time and time again. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, you know, take your money, make your dollars make sense. You know what I'm saying? And get to the bag.
I think it's very honorable of you to take the time out to even set this up for your millennial partners. You know what I mean?
Man, it's needed, man. It's needed because at the end of the day, like I said, it ain't about, you know, one person winning. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's about helping people. You know what I'm saying? Because I was that guy for a long time, trying to find, you know, my way, trying to get knowledge, and you know, I was turned down so many times. So many doors was closed in my face, I felt like, right? Being in so many rooms through cutting hair.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it pushed you in rooms.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, it was, like I said, it was so many people that I ran into where I'm like, yo, like, let me get a little bit of game. And they like, nah, fam, I ain't got nothing for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So for me, I never took that like, you know, I'm gonna do the same thing they doing. I took it like, you know what? When you learn what you trying to learn, give it back. You
That's
know what I'm
right.
saying? Slide it to somebody, because it ain't gonna hurt you.
Speaking
You know
of
what I'm
that,
saying?
speaking of learning,
Yeah.
you've been on a new venture lately, man.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You gotta tell the folks about what you do and who you are.
Yeah, man. So you know what? Learning, man, like, once again, being in rooms.
Mm-hmm.
You know, one thing I realized is that, you know, from cutting hair and being in so many rooms, it's like everybody's looking for the money guy. You know, in every room I've ever been in.
That's right.
You know, when it comes to any industry, everybody's looking for that money guy.
Yeah.
Right. So
Same guy all the time. Music, who they looking for?
yeah, they looking for the money guy.
Well,
You
who's
know
the
what
guy
I'm
right now?
saying? Man. Who the guy?
Jay-Z.
Who the guy? Jay-Z.
Everybody looking for my man Jay. I'm so proud of him. Everybody looking for Jay-Z
Yeah.
or Sean Puffy Combs or
Yeah.
some of the bigger names.
Yeah.
Everybody's looking for that guy for the same exact reason.
Yeah.
If they didn't have the money, they wouldn't be looking for him. So if somebody needed to get like their credit done, they come to you and then, well, first of all, how do they get in touch with you and give them the whole down, like the whole A to Z? How do they get in touch with you? What is needed? What type of cost? You know, kind of explain that part to me.
Yeah.
Like, how's the credit business work?
Yeah. I mean, so first of all, let's start with you know,
The
how
name.
to get the name,
Okay.
right? Polk Enterprises.
Polk
right?
Enterprise, okay.
Polk Enterprises.
You on
right?
Instagram?
Yeah, we on Instagram. Polk
Okay.
Enterprises.
Okay.
You can follow at Polk Enterprises.
Okay.
You know, you can go check out the page, check out the content.
Okay.
And you can just hit the number directly. It's 818-561-0124. You know, hit the number directly, you know, and give us a call, and we could talk about, you know, where you are as a company, where you are as an individual, and how we can get you to the point where you're trying to get to at the end of the day, right?
Great.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Okay.
man,
What about an email? You got an email, you said?
Yeah, man, we got Polk Enterprises, the number 1 at gmail.com.
Cool. Y'all hear that?
You know,
Man,
Polk-
repeat it
Polk-
just in case they didn't.
Once again, Polk Enterprises, the number 1 at gmail.com, man.
That's
Check
what's
us
up.
out, man. Yeah, and we got, once again, and we got the link in the description, Polk Enterprises 1 at gmail.com, link in the description.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
and Ron, man, and once again, you know, let's touch right back on what you do, you know, with the loans, right?
Yes.
And you know, how do they get in touch? Well, first of all, what's the steps? I want the steps, but how do they get in touch with you? But I want the steps as well. It's like, you know, how we securing these loans? You know what I'm saying? Like, and everybody's situation is different. We understand that, right?
Yeah, I do hard money, man, too.
Yeah.
Like, my main thing is hard money because the market's kind of turned upside down. So I do more hard money deals now than even before. Some of the loans that I started off doing, I no longer can do. Once they kind of got rid of the 80-20 loans, I moved into the hard money space. Basically, hard money is one of the easier ways to obtain a property, which I like to explain to you guys more because it's a little bit complex, but I can make it simple in future podcasts. So stay tuned for that. FHA is a little bit more of a government loan, 3% down, 3.5% down. We'll go more further in that as well, but they do want credit and job and, you know, bank statements and W-2s. It's a little bit more evasive. They want to know a lot about you, but we'll go more into that as well. So I'll teach you, you know, as much as you need to know about each loan scenario as we go further into the podcast. So just make sure you guys stay tuned and keep your ears open so you can learn this game. But back to you, Dre. You were saying you do credit, and then you got one other business that I wanted you to mention, just so people know how versatile you are, man. You got one business you're in right now that you kind of start getting into, and you kind of coming out of. What is that? Tell the people about that one.
You know, trucking, right?
And transportation.
Transportation, right? At the end of the day, man, look, you know, you need assets, right? And once again, I like to look at the assets that's, you know, the most, you know, what's the most important.
Okay.
Real estate is always going to be the top one, but at the same time, transportation. You look back. You know, we look back in time. Let's go back in time. Transportation is always there. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I got the trucking company going on, man, and it's been a blessing, man. It's been some ups and downs, but at the end of the day, it's a blessing. But it's more about just getting them assets, man.
Yeah.
Get something that pay you, and that's the biggest thing.
I agree.
Is get something that's gonna pay you. It ain't all about your job and your hustle and
job could run out.
You know, you don't do real estate. I don't mess with trucking because I talk to people and they, I don't do that.
What they don't do.
Yeah, it's like, look, do what you do and learn how to acquire assets.
That's right.
Them assets is gonna pay you for a lifetime. And that's something you can pass to your kids, you can pass to your nieces and nephews, you can pass to the young homies that's looking up to you. You know what I'm saying? That don't got no father figure or big homie. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, that's what it's about, man.
Good information.
Making your dollars making sense. You know what I'm saying?
Making your dollars make sense. And that's what this podcast is all about. Making your dollars make sense. And man, I feel good.
Yeah.
I feel like people got a chance to know you, got a chance to know me.
Yeah.
And I look forward to doing another segment with you, man.
Let's do it.
In the near future. Thank you for your time today, Dre, man. People need to know you, brother.
Man, I appreciate you, man. It's love, man.
Giving back to millennials, y'all. That's what it's about.
Let's do it.